Key right here. We're gonna go enter the inside of the all-new Aviator, which is really nice. Now this is the Reserve model with a roast leather interior. So again, you're gonna press your button on the back. It does have keyless entry, so I can put this in my pocket. Press the button on the back of the door. Of course, these will illuminate. We open this really nice big door. You can see the beautiful roast leather inside and this nice door panel. So on this door panel, of course, we have this, again, roasted leather with the stitching right here. And this beautiful metal speaker grill. This is the Revel audio system. It's a really nice speaker grill, something you would see on like a Mercedes. And again, it's metal, really nice touch there. And of course, this material up here, nothing is cheap in here. It's all Lincoln specific. This is really nice soft touch material with this nice genuine stitching going along on the sides. And these are just some of your seat controls right here. This is has the 30-way seats. So you have an amazing amount of options going on with the seats. We'll get into this a bit more later when we dive into the infotainment system. Now, of course, these are electronic doors, and what that means, you have to press the button to open and close it. So what if you get stuck? What if the battery dies, something happens? Well, there is an emergency latch right here. You're not really supposed to use it, but in an emergency, you can pull this and it'll act as a regular door handle. Again, coming down to the lower part of the door, you can see, again, more of that beautiful metal speaker grill with a nice chrome accent going around it. And these buttons on the side are, again, all unique to the Aviator. So you have your mirror controls, lock and unlock buttons, and again, your window controls. All of them feel very expensive. Nothing feels cheap, and they all have nice chrome tip around them and trim going on. Super nice just from looking at it. And of course, you have nice Lincoln sill plates that is illuminated. Now, if I did close the doors, I don't know if it's gonna show me right now, but there are lights that project down onto the floor, so you have a nice puddle light area. And even the door handles right here, as you can see, are lit. Hey guys, so now we're gonna enter the all-new Aviator. Stepping in is not that bad. Get right in. Oh, it's super comfortable already just getting in here. I'm gonna close the door and hear the nice solid thunk. Really nice solid feel of this really new CD6 platform. Of course, and let me just show you this real quick. This is how you open the door. So you press this button right here. It'll pop right open and it opens really easily. Just close it again. Really nice interior. So we are in the all-new Aviator. Super nice place to be just from sitting in here for the first time. Of course, you can see the 30-way position seats and the nice leather steering wheel. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Of course, you can see the seat will come closer to me with a nice Lincoln chime going on right there. I'm just gonna push the seat back, and while this turns on, you can see everything will illuminate in the center console, on the steering wheel, and all that sorts of stuff. Now you can see on this steering wheel, of course, it's fully leather wrapped, as this is a very premium luxury vehicle. And you can see the nice center console of the airbag is also wrapped and stitched in beautiful leather. Not something all manufacturers do, which is a really nice feature, especially in this nice premium luxury car. Now, of course, we have our full digital display over here. I believe this is 12.3 inches, 12.5 inches. Again, fully digital. And over here, you have your 10.1 inch touchscreen. This is a Sync 3 system. So it's the newer systems on the Lincoln products. Lincoln has done an amazing job with the quality. As you can see over here, nice, beautiful stitched leather. This is the roast leather interior. There are a lot of different interior options. You get a lighter interior, a full black interior, and all the sorts. Coming onto the centerpiece right here, you can see Lincoln did a nice design with this very horizontal theme going on over here. Now, of course, over here, you do have your separate climate control functions. So you have your heated and cooled seats, 3 different stages for each. Of course, you have your dual climate control, and you can press this menu button right here, and it'll bring up settings for the rear, and you can control your dual climate control over here. And of course, the second and third row, different air settings. You do have your heated steering wheel button along up here. And again, all these buttons are really nice, have a nice weighted feel to them. And this centerpiece is like this really nice knurled metal almost. It's a really nice feeling, very premium design going on with that. One little bit of annoyance is that this giant thing does show up in the center when you're doing that. And again, this whole centerpiece is finished in this really nice wood trim that is actually carried out through the entirety of this top piece over here. A lot of layers that they're doing in the design of the interior. This gives it, again, that more of an open-ish design. This nice chrome piece again up here, stitched leather, and this also continues onto this side and a little bit in the back of the interior as well. It's a really nice feeling and quality interior. Now, getting to this infotainment system, this is the new 10.1 inch screen. It's Ford Sync 3. It's one of the better systems on the market. You can see the response time is pretty quick. It's very clear. The graphics are very nice. You do have some hotkeys over here too. Now, if you press this button, this is going to activate your rear cameras and your top-down 360 view cameras right here. So this is going to show you all your cameras around the vehicle. Of course, you have your parking sensor activation or not. It's kind of annoying, but it could be helpful in an event you're in a tight spot. Of course, you do have some different camera angles here. You can go a bit closer up, and you can show your front end so you don't hit anything. Of course, you do have a higher ride height, so you really don't have to worry about that too much. If you press this button right here, it's going to bring you to your driver assistance features. Now, you do have, of course, start-stop system. I'm going to turn that off because I personally don't like it, though it could help with fuel economy, and you'll have a little notification that's going to come up there. Auto hold's kind of a nice feature, so if you're in like stop and go traffic, or if you're in like rush hour traffic on the highway, it'll auto hold the brakes so you can, let's get back to that. It'll auto hold the brakes so you don't have to keep pressing the brake pedal in traffic, and of course your traction control systems. Now this does have the Lincoln Copilot 360 Plus system, so this is the additional package. Lincoln Copilot 360 is actually standard on all Aviators, but the Plus system adds nice features like the adaptive cruise control, which you can control through here. Now this is going to be with radar cruise control. There's going to be cameras up here and up here with the radar in the front, and it's going to control, of course, you can set the distance between the vehicle and front, and of course the speed as well. You can choose different settings for that. And in the system, you can see all the different driver assistance features, and it's a lot of stuff you have on here, so it's really fully loaded in that sense. Now the navigation system is okay if it's going to open up. It's not the newest looking screen, you know, things like even the new Defender that I just reviewed had a nicer looking navigation system. It looked more dynamic. It almost looked like Google Maps, so that'd be nice to see. But it is not bad. The pinch to zoom is pretty quick, as you can see right here. So it's definitely not a dated system, but it's not the most modern system like you're gonna get in like an Audi or something like that. These have the 30-way perfect position, they call them, seats, and they are a beautiful seat to look at. It's really amazing to see. So you can see the seat backs right here have this nice separate panel from the actual seat cushions. And you can see all the different components of the seat that are moving, everything from the headrest to each individual piece over here. On the bottom pieces, the eye supports. It's insane. So on the door over here, you can see you have just a few controls to get to your seats. And of course, you have your memory settings right there. But once you come over to the infotainment system, press the seat button, now you can see the endless amount of options you can do with the seats. So you can just go from each of the settings. I can show you all the different points of the seat that can be adjusted. It can take a while to kind of get the best position that you have, but once you do get it, they're super comfortable. And personally, I find the seats really nice. The leather is super soft. It feels really premium. Again, the stitching all around each individual piece. The centers are perforated for the heating and cool functions that I showed you right over here. And it's just a really nice seat. I have heard a lot of people don't necessarily like them. Personally, I like them, so it's up to different individual tastes. Now, these do have massage functions as well. As you can see, again, all the different functions of the massage going on here. This is one of the better massage systems I've actually felt on the market. I believe this uses like an air bladder system, so there's air bladders in the seats that are gonna expand and contract. So you can control the passenger seats too, have all the same functions as the driver's seat, which is really nice to see. Now coming down to the center console, a really nice thing that Lincoln did here is a really nice, it feels almost like a machined metal, even though it's not machined metal, it's a really nice feeling material. Now you do have a storage piece right here that is illuminated. You have USB-C and USB ports, again with that illuminated panel, and this nice rubberized section down here with like the little Lincoln logos on it, which is a really cool thing to see. With the key right back there, and close that up. On this side, on this panel, you have your cup holders. Again, you have these nice little pieces right here so they can be adjustable. Again, illuminated too, which is nice to see. And you have a little extra storage tray right over here. Now coming down to this big centerpiece right here, it's beautiful stitched leather armrest. It's really comfortable, and honestly, from how I'm sitting right here, it's a really nice position for just to reach the steering wheel so you can rest your elbow on it, which is something really nice to see. Of course, it does open up, and I have to tell you, this centerpiece is massive. You can fit a lot of space. You can fit a lot of things in here. You even have a nice phone holder on the side. Now this actually has wireless charging as well, so you can just stick your phone right here and leave it charging while you're driving, and of course connect to Apple CarPlay as well. You have some more storage over here, some coins, and it's really deep, and extra storage right here. Even the top piece feels really sturdy. There's this nice metal button to open it. Really nice to see. Now, again, this does have this beautiful, this is real wood actually, this is not fake. So this wood goes not only over here, but across the entire dash. Of course, on this side as well. Again, this is kind of a nice open, airy cockpit. So what I mean by that is you have this nice floating panel right here. So this entire panel is actually floating. That means over here, you have all this storage space. You can see I can stick my hand all the way through. All the storage space over here with a nice rubberized panel, of course, illuminated, and you can store a whole bunch of stuff over here. And as I said, this was floating. It's kind of like separated right here, so I can kind of put my hand through there. It offers a more open area environment in the interior. It's a nice design feature they did. Now over here we have our push button transmission control. This has a 10-speed automatic gearbox. In this Aviator, it's super smooth and supple. The gears go really smooth in between each other. It's kind of like this effortless kind of feeling to them. It's really nice. And they're really solid when you push them. It's kind of like piano keys, which is cool to see. And of course, if you put it in reverse, your camera is going to pop up with your trajectory if I turn the wheel. It's kind of nice. And you do have your 360-degree view camera over there. I'll put it right back in the park by pushing that button. Now, of course, we do have a power adjustable steering wheel. And bring that down. Now we're going to show you more about this digital gauge cluster over here. So of course, this steering wheel, again, beautifully wrapped in leather. I do like how the buttons are laid out. It's really interesting. So you can't actually see all the buttons at first. This is something that kind of borrowed from Land Rover. So once you start pressing this button for your cruise control per se, all these buttons will illuminate on the bottom for your adaptive cruise control. As you can see over here, this is focus. You can adjust the distance, speed, and of course you can set the different features on that side. And if you just press this button, those disappear, which is really nice to see. Now again, with this gauge cluster, you can see the different drive modes. So the drive mode selector is right up here. It's this nice little dial next to your electronic parking brake. This will change the entire look of the center gauge cluster. And Lincoln's done a really nice job with the graphics too. So as we're gonna see, we're gonna change it into deep conditions. So this is going to be your more of like a snowy off-road, or that. If you turn it over to the left, you have your slippery conditions, so it's in more of a looser surfaces. If you're normal, this is kind of this normal common everyday driving mode. And then you have your conserve, so this is like economy driving. And then you have excite. So this is kind of what Lincoln's version of sport mode is. You do have 400 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, so it is definitely going to get off the line really good. What's going to point out over here is the steering wheel buttons themselves feel really premium and nice. So this button will control your centerpiece of the steering wheel right here. If I press it once or twice, it should, yeah, here we go. So this centerpiece can move. Again, the whole thing can move. So if I go up to the navigation system, these buttons will dynamically change to whatever screen you're on. You can change different things with your navigation and stuff. Now, unfortunately, you can't get like a full navigation screen up here. Everything's of that's gonna be controlled over in this system, which is kind of a missed opportunity. I think they could have displayed this over here. And of course, BMW and Audi do that with their nice virtual cockpits. It would have been nice to see Lincoln doing that. Now again, over here you have your light controls. You have automatic beams, your high beams, and you have your fog lights in your trunk open release, and other light functions over here. Now of course, this Lincoln Aviator is fitted with a heads-up display. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera right here. You guys can see the heads-up display. So now we're in the heads-up display settings right over here. You can see it'll display different things. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person, of course, it's gonna look a lot better. So on camera, it looks really small, but in person, I'm trying to give you a better eyesight. So if you're looking at where I'm sitting, it's actually going from like here all the way to over here. But in the camera, it's just showing this one little piece. It's just how the lenses are reflecting. Now again, going back to the premium quality and feel of the interior, again, everything is really finished, again, with this nice stitching. Even up here is this nice soft touch material. And again, the stop-start button is, now Lincoln is pushing their Quiet Flight. Quiet Flight is their theme. This is supposed to be a luxurious, smooth riding, quiet, airline-inspired vehicle. And you do kind of get that aviation style in here, if you know what I mean by this open, airy feel, like again with these open pieces, there's a long swooping lines and everything. It provides a really nice space. And another big feature of that is this massive optional panoramic sunroof. Of course, this does open and close, so I can show you with the buttons up here. Now it does have the vent feature where it will open up. You do have the shade that will go up and down in the back. I'll do this right now. You see this beautiful piece opens up, and it does go all the way from the front to the back. It really is a true panoramic, so even the back passengers will get a really nice view up into the sky at night. Now coming up to the center console piece up here, you have LED lights that are touch controlled, so you just tap them like that and they will turn on and off like that. So nice reading lights over there. Moving along up, you do have your nice visors. Now the whole link is actually integrated into the visors right here. For your garage, you have 3 different settings. Mirror with a nice LED illumination. Hi guys, close this open, close this closed, and of course put this on the side. We'll do Jacob and Yuri's visor test, see if it passes, and it does pass. Really nice to see that it passes to that. Cool. And Lincoln even has included with this Revel audio system, there are speakers, if you can see it right here, on the roof. And there's microphones all around the cabin. There's microphones, you can see where my finger's pointing, all around the cabin, even in the back. So if you're on a call, everyone can hear on the call. Now, of course, being a luxury product, we do have ambient lighting. There's not a lot of color options going on with the ambient lighting. We do have a purple option going on over here, which is going on across on the side. And this is going to be going out through the interior of the vehicle. You can see the lights going on over here. There are some lights underneath this panel back here that will illuminate at night. You can't really see them right now. There's not that many color options. Things like Mercedes will offer like 30 something different colors. But at least you do have ambient lighting. You can see it changing right over here. Of course, you can change the brightness of them. I personally like the blue in this interior, which is kind of nice. Of course, exiting the Aviator, we're gonna go over to the door panel, press the button to exit. Really nice. And of course, you can see over here, if you hear those chimes, Lincoln actually has unique chimes to the Aviator. The Detroit Symphony Orchestra actually recorded all the chimes for the Aviator. Everything from the door opening to your seatbelt chimes, all that stuff is really cool and unique to the Aviator. Nothing's shared with a Ford product, which is really nice to see. Now, of course, we're gonna step out of the Aviator. It is still on. I'm gonna just power it off actually. Press this button right here, power it off. You can see the cloud going away, which is really cool. We're gonna close this front door over here. And now let's go back to the rear of the Aviator. Again, it has the push button near door handles as well. Now, even the doors in the rear are really nicely finished. So we have this nice stitched leather over here, this nice soft touch material over here. And then we have a gloss black panel over here, which is a little bit annoying, could attract some fingerprints. Again, these nice metal speaker grills are carried to the rear, both on the top and the bottom as well for the Rebel audio system. You do have unlock and lock controls back here, which is really interesting. I'm not sure how a lot of parents are gonna like that, with kids playing with these buttons. I do believe this is a feature to unlock that. Of course, you do have a nice rear sunshades. Now, these are not powered. Let's see if we get this back on. You have to close those. And they can be put down. Of course, they'll block the sun. Now, coming into the rear of the Aviator, again, we have that beautiful stitched leather on the seats. Now, this is actually in my sitting position. I'm 6'1", so let's step right in. Close the door. Got a really nice solid thunk. I personally have a lot of leg room. Really not bad over here. Headroom, I think I got like a 2 inches, an inch. There is a little bit of a slope. Again, we do have the panoramic sunroof, so that's going to impede a little bit of the space in the back over here with this bar, so the sunroof and the shade can go roll back into. Overall, the back is really nice, comfortable, spacious, and very premium feeling. Now I'm going to show you guys, it's a little bit difficult to get into the back of the Aviator in the third row. So you do have these, of course, you have your second row seats. There's really cool leather straps holding down the seat buckle belts right there. It's really nice seats. I just can't get over how nice the leather feels on the seats. You really guys have to come and check it out in person. So it's a bit of a process to get to this third row, right? So you have to press this down. It's going to drop this piece right here. And you can press this, so it's going to push that out. Now, I don't have the front seats all the way up, so this is a problem. So if you're really tall, the front seat's going to be a bit back. This means you can't move this any much further. So this can go further, so I'm not gonna play you guys. This can go a lot further, so this is just how it is right now. But then you're gonna get into the back seats. I'm doing a bit of some acrobatics back here, and we're back in. So I can tell you right now, I'm gonna push this back up. The seat legroom is bad. It's really bad. My knees, I'm 6'1", so I'm kind of tall, but my knees are like pressed up against the back seats. I'm sitting on this side, so these are seats all the way back. I'm kind of like sitting up with my feet pointing up. It's not really comfortable. The seats are really nice, I'm not gonna lie. It has the same nice leather. These are not heated and cooled, but that, you know, that's not a common feature for the third row. You do have climate vents again back here with a little bit of storage. One cup holder on that side, and again 2 cup holders on this side, so again with a climate vent. Yeah, it's really tight. Maybe for kids, not on long road trips though. So I can already tell you getting out is not gonna be fun. So we're gonna press this button right here on the top. It's gonna push us forward. And again, if that front seat was further up, it'd be easier to get in and out. But right now, we're doing some acrobatics to get in and out of here. Now, Lincoln does offer a nice step right here if you are trying to get in and out with some kids, but they're a little bit small for the class. So you just push this piece back up. If you want to push them back, push the headrest back up. And then this is manual control on the bottom to slide it all the way back into the back position. But the second row seats, like I showed you guys before, are pretty spacious. When this seat is not pushed all the way back, I was just doing this for filming. You do have a lot of legroom. It's nice. The floor mats have the cool Lincoln logos on it, as you can see. Again, this nice step. And coming into the center, there is a bit of a hump for the all-wheel drive axle over there. But again, it's really nice. And you do have this center console piece right here, fully wrapped in this really soft leather. Again, I can't get over the leather in the seats. It's really, really nice. You do have your nice cup holders, all nice, smoothly move out. Adjustable sizes right there. Push those in, push that back in there. It's just really nice place to be. So now we find ourselves at the back of the new Lincoln Aviator. Of course, it has a power rear liftgate. You'll double press with the key fob right there, or you can press the button on the back and it will open right up for you. Now, in this Aviator, you have the third row option. So in the back, you get 2 third row seats, and there are headrests here that will pop up. So you can see right here. This is a really nice brown leather interior, so it's really premium. And of course, when you want to pull these down, you just push those down from the clip in the front. Like these. And of course, there are buttons on the side that should be able to lower these seats for you. So you guys press the little buttons in the back, and your third row seats will go down. And once you do lower this down, you do have a lot more room in the back. These seats aren't the biggest, as I'll show you guys a bit later. So now you have a nice little flat load floor. Sorry, it's a bit dark back here. Here's your floor mats back here because this is a brand new vehicle. And you do have a little bit more storage underneath, as you guys can see over here. This little nice cover. Other than that, it's a really nice interior. And of course, back here, you do have some vents. You have some third row climate controls, which is really nice. You don't have any adjustments for it, which is a little bit annoying, but you do have the vents for it. And of course, 2 cup holders on this side and then 1 cup holder on that side. You do have speakers. I believe that's a subwoofer for the audio system. And again, all the lights in the Aviator are LED, which is really nice to see. Other than that, you have your nice tie downs. These are the little hooks for the rear parcel shelf if you do have that as an option. Just closing the back tailgate, you just press the button right here. It effortlessly closes. It's pretty quick, actually. It's kind of nice. So that's a nice rear cargo space of the new Aviator. Of course, guys, we're done now with the 2020 Lincoln Aviator. This is a really great review. Again, a huge shout out to the Premier Collection. Now they have this Lincoln dealership over here in Elmsford, New York. They also have a Subaru, Alfa Romeo, Volkswagen, Maserati, and even Volvo dealerships too. Come check them out if you need a new car. Definitely their new Lincoln products. They have this brand new showroom over here. You can see the Navigator over there, the Aviator, the Corsair, Nautilus, Continental. Beautiful inside, all wood, really nice lounge area if you guys can see back there. I might show you in a little bit, but it was a really great seeing this new Aviator. And again, a huge shout out to them for letting us come check this out today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to follow me on Instagram for more posts, more news, more reviews, and let me know any more stuff down in the comments, what you guys want to see change in the future or even be added. Again, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more.